Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for coming to join me for this live stream chat about planning, hopefully, your dream vacation. If it's not yours, it was definitely one of mine, to Africa, to the motherland. And what better day to discuss it than Juneteenth? Happy Juneteenth. Welcome in everyone who is here. Hi, Alan. Hi, Sydney. Hello, Alethea. Hi, YFC, your favorite couple. What's going on? Thank you for joining me today. I would say joining us, but I figured I'm keeping it real, as I have been with you guys. I could have the whole family here, and to be honest, we could do one of those for feedback about the trip, but we're talking about planning this trip, answering your questions about what to do, and I was the one who spearheaded it, so I'm the one in front of the camera, and Alan is there from his either laptop or phone, chiming in as well and can answer questions from the perspective of someone who came on the trip. Hi, Fraser at Sea. Thank you so much for being here. Park is on the go. Welcome in, fam, and welcome in on the go with YOLO. So let me apologize, and happy Wednesday, happy Juneteenth to you too, YOLO, and everyone in the chat, in the live stream. And to everyone watching the replay, thank you for watching this replay. I'm going to ask for a little bit more grace because I said we were going to start at 6:45, and it's now almost 7. Part of the delay is that I'm using StreamYard to stream this, and I found out today that you can actually stream now, not just on YouTube, but you could do it simultaneously on Instagram, which I have never done YouTube and Instagram at the same time. I've done them separately. So I am trying to connect to Instagram, and from what I understand, I have to do it separately after going live on YouTube. So go ahead and let me know what y'all did for Juneteenth in the chat. We'll do that. In the meantime, I'm going to click over on my end to make sure that the Instagram live is connected. Thank you guys so much for the grace in the late start today. All right, so it looks like we're live on Instagram. Welcome in, Instagram family. Thank you for joining us for this live stream. I am streaming on YouTube right now. If you check my Instagram stories, there is a link from Instagram to join us on YouTube. I will be focused on the YouTube chat primarily because, well, YouTube is where we release the vlogs for this kind of Q&A live stream. So if you do have questions about the Africa trip, land or sea, drop them in the comments. If you're watching the replay, please drop them in the comment section and I will definitely get back to you. But yeah, I just wanted to open up the floor for folks to ask us one-on-one questions. Some folks did leave. Sydney, thank you. I know you were one of them who did leave like general topics to cover in today's live stream. So just wanted to be available to you. If you've seen the vlog series on this, then you know, sorry, my eyes are all over because I'm checking Instagram and YouTube. But if you've seen the vlog series on this, then you know everything did not go as planned. And there was some disappointment on this trip. So I plan to go into detail in this live stream as to how that disappointment could have actually been avoided. And yes, I know it was due to weather, and that's beyond our control. But there are other options for African land and sea vacations that we did not choose that would have likely minimized that disappointment for us, if not avoided the whole disappointment altogether. So I definitely want to go into some of that, why we chose MSC, why we chose Cape Town and the hotel we selected. And the big question I know a lot of people have, price for pretty much everything. So I spent a good part of the earlier part of Juneteenth today going back through the receipts. You always got to keep the receipts, right? But no, going back through invoices and things. But I didn't have to take too long on that because I had actually done some screen recording and screenshots along the way with this kind of breakdown in mind to help answer people's questions. So thank you guys for being here again. We're going to jump right in, as I said. And probably I'm going to see if I can share my screen. Sorry, y'all. See, I'm experimenting on everything now. So I've done live stream on YouTube before, never linked it to Instagram because I think that's a new feature on StreamYard. And I've never shared my screen on any of these lives. But as I said, I have some screenshots and screen recordings that can help us with the conversation. I see some more folks coming in, and I see some questions that I'm going to jump into before opening the desktop to share with you guys. Hey, MH, welcome in. Welcome back from your cruise. I believe you guys got off Margaritaville at Sea today, was it? NYFC, as a matter of fact. Thank you for being here. And welcome in, Margaret Logan. Thank you for being here. I do see a question from On The Go with YOLO. And I think it was On The Go. I just scrolled past it. Did we fly economy was what I thought I saw. And yes, did we fly economy? How are the seats being tall? Okay, we did fly economy on United. That was not our first choice for flights. It was the only and still is the only nonstop airline that offers nonstop from the East Coast to Cape Town, and I believe to South Africa, period, because I believe they also have nonstop to Johannesburg, South Africa, and they have nonstop to Cape Town. So we landed on the nonstop after looking at a lot of other options, and I'm going to share those options with you. I have screenshots from when we were comparing and watching prices, but United was what we had. Overall, it was okay being tall. I'm 5'11". Alan is about the same height. Sometimes I tell him I feel like he's a little bit like an inch shorter than me, but it was okay. And for the kids, of course, it was fine because they're tall, but not that tall. But the bulkhead seats that we had going, I would not recommend if you're tall. I would recommend regular economy if you're going to go economy. If you can upgrade from economy, that's actually what I recommend. But since there's 5 of us and I have yet to do first class in my adult life, and even when I did it as a child, it was different. It's not like first class now. It was Air Jamaica, and it was a little different. But I would recommend if you can upgrade from economy for this very long flight, 14 hours going, 16 hours coming back, that you upgrade if you can. If you have a family of 4 or 5 like us and you really are watching the money and trying to do as much as you can on land, economy will get you there, and it's not horribly uncomfortable. I think that the regular economy seats are better than the bulkhead because you can actually extend your legs all the way under. I do think the seat itself gets uncomfortable after maybe 3 hours. And so obviously when you have 14 or 16 hours, it's going to be uncomfortable. So there was a lot of like twisting and turning, me trying to lean on Alan, him trying to lean on me. So there's that. We'll definitely get into the flight, more details or questions on the flight if you have it. But that's pretty much my quick answer to Yolo's question. Nonstop definitely preferred with that length of flight, Sydney says. So we landed on that, but I'm not going to lie, that was not a given right away. So we'll go through what the other options were. There's a lot to consider depending on what airports you're using. Here in New York, of course, we have a lot of airports to choose from. People say we're lucky because we have lots of flights, JFK, Newark, and LaGuardia. In order of my preference, it's JFK, LaGuardia, and Newark. JFK is very close to my house. LaGuardia is not very close, but less than an hour away, less than 40 minutes away, probably less than 30 minutes in no traffic. And Newark was over an hour away because it's technically a New Jersey airport, not New York. And so it was a longer ride, and we had to do calculations because then we would have to pay an Uber or Lyft or taxi or whatever to get there and back. So even though flights from Newark can be cheaper sometimes, which in this case it's not because it was the only nonstop, but even if we thought it out that way, we always have to factor in transportation. So it was the only nonstop, more expensive, and we had to take a cab out to get there, but we thought nonstop was going to be worth it in the long run, and we'll show you some of the reasons why. So I did say I have stuff to share with you, so I'm going to try now to present my screen. Hopefully it works, and if not, I'm going to have to read you the stuff that's going to be boring, but continue to ask your questions in the chat if you have any. Share screen. All right, entire screen. Let's just go with that. Okay. And you guys can let me know in the chat. I'm going to come back and check if you can see when I start to share. It's not sharing yet, but I have entire screen clicked. Okay. And share. I think you guys should be able to. Oh, here we go. Oh boy. Now it's telling me it can't share it. But basically I'm gonna, there's another option. I could actually try to just share the things from my screen, the slides or file. System preferences. 1 minute, guys. 1 minute. All of it'll be worth it once I can. Hopefully you can still see me. Okay, I can't see you because I have to give the system permission to share my screen again, which it was doing earlier, but of course not now. So we're going to go through flights. We're going to go through hotel selection. We're going to go through cruise selection. We're going to go through what other cruises might have been better to avoid the disappointment, but why we decided to decided to go with MSC and with the 4-day or 4-night, however you look at it. No way. It's saying I would have to restart Chrome. That's not going to happen. System preferences. Let me see. I'm going to try it without the restart, see what happens. Screen sharing. All right. Screen sharing on. No. Okay. All right. So there we go. I'm going to try again. I think I put it on. Let me see. All right, guys, if we get disconnected, I promise you I will be right back. I promise. But I'm going to try to share the screen. I'm going to try to do it without cutting Chrome off. And if it doesn't cut off automatically, I won't cut you off without warning. I'll be back to let you know. Let's see. Oh, no. All right, guys, I'm going to have to cut off Chrome and come back. My apologies, but I will be right back.